Hi guys, welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, we are going to discuss some attributes, those attributes that are out of the form. In the previous lectures, we have discussed those attributes, selectors that are in the input fields, that are related to the input fields that are in the form. But now in this lecture we are gonna discuss the attributes of the anchor tag, ID, class, and other all of the attributes. We can use any attribute. And now here first of all let's use it. Here is I'm gonna create anchor tag. Here is the anchor tag, and here I'm gonna give link to the Google, and here is the hyperreference. Here it is, and here I'm going to give http://www.google.com. Save it, and now after it, here I'm going to give it target. Here is the target is underscore blank. Here is blank, and then here is I'm also going to give it a title. Here I'm going to give it the title and link. Here is the link, and here I'm also going to give it ID. Here is the ID is googly. I have just made it Google to googly. So now let's start. Here I'm gonna render it. This is the previous file, and here is the new file, and here you see that this is the link, this is the title, and now here you see that I have give it around about four attributes: this hyperreference, target, title, and the ID. So now I'm gonna use all of these four attributes as a selector to select, and we are able to use these attributes in two ways, or you can say that in three ways. uh, I have not remembered the exact count how many times. So now I'm gonna use it, then we'll count it. First of all, here after the double quotes or a single quotes, you have to write these square brackets, and you can simply write the name of uh, attribute. Here I have write hyperreference. So now when we write the hyperreference, and now we can give the style to the link, to the anchor tag, or you can say that we can give the style to the element who have this attribute hyperreference. And here I'm going to give CSS, and here it is. Here I'm going to give background. Here is, and now its color is become red. It's okay, and now let's execute it. Here you see that the background is become red. So in this way you can use the attributes, and here you can write different attributes. Here I'm gonna write target. So now here I'm also going to create other elements, then you can see the different clearly. Here it is difference clearly. Here is my name is Fahad Ishfaq, and web developer. And after it, here I'm gonna create another link, and this link have not any property in this. I'm only gonna give it a name to the Google. Here I'm gonna specify Yahoo, and now let's reload it. So here is another anchor tag, this is the paragraph. So now here is, you can see that here I have write the attribute name, that is target. So target is only the attribute of the anchor tag, so that's why this style background color is only apply on the first anchor tag, not on the second anchor tag. And you can also specify the title here. If you write title, and here it is, and you can also write here the directly ID. Here I have give the ID googly, and here it is. Here I'm gonna check it why it is not apply. You have to write the attribute name. Here you have to write attribute name, and you can also write the attribute value, this ID, but I will tell you this method uh, uh, after few minutes or in the next lecture. Here you can see that this style is applied, but here I want to tell you something, that here I'm gonna write hyperreference, and there is a hyperreference, and here is also the target. Here I'm going to specify a target underscore blank. So now here is, I'm also going to specify a ID AB. So now here it also have the hyperreference, both have the target, both have the ID. So now here I want to tell you something. When we use the ID selector, here you can see that when we use the ID selector, or you can it is not a ID selector, it is a attribute selector, but I'm just calling it ID selector. So now here you are using the ID, so it will apply the style on both anchor tags, because both anchor tags have the ID attribute. Here you can see that style is applied on both. Here is, and hyperreference is also on the both element, so it is apply, but the title is for is only for one element. Title attribute is apply only on the one element. So now only one element have the style. But here I want to tell you another thing. If a attribute is given to both elements, and we want to apply the style only on the one element, so what we need to do, here you can see that when we write the ID, style is going to be applied on both elements. But here if you write if you want to apply the style only on the specific element, so you have to write its value, because both have the different value. Here I'm going to apply the style only on the on the second element, second anchor tag. So the second anchor tag have the ID value is equal to AB, and now here you see that style is only applied on second anchor tag. And in this way you can also specify the values for the hyperreference. Here is hyperreference, and for all the attributes, here I'm gonna write a hash. So now the style is this hyperreference, and this value is only given to this second anchor tag, so the style is applied on the second anchor tag. So in this way you can use these attributes. You can use the attributes that is given to the paragraph. You can use other attributes, class and the source and the type and all the things you have know. And here I want to tell you another thing. Here you see that there is a title is given, and here is if I apply the title on the paragraph, here I'm gonna apply the title on the paragraph. So now you want to apply the style on the let's say here I want to tell the title is same. Here is a paragraph and a anchor tag, and both have the title and both have the same title. So now here when you write title attribute, the style is applied on same. When you write the title value, so the style is applied on both things. Here you can see that on the style is applied on both elements, because the attribute and the value are same. So in this case, if you want to apply a different style on the P on the paragraph, so here before the square brackets you can write the element name. So now style is only apply on uh, one thing, and you can, in this way you can give the different styles to both of these things. So there are many options for you to apply the different styles, to apply the same styles on the basis of the attribute value, and you can also use the element name. So I hope you understand my lecture. If you have any problems, kindly add the discussion. I will help you as much as I can. And in my next lecture I'm going to discuss the multiple selectors, how to use the multiple selectors. You have already know how to use it. I will just show you how to use this multiple selector. You have to write the commas, and you can use any type of selector with another type of selector. So what is a multiple selector? We will see it in the next lecture. Thank you for watching this video.